Opening visual. Calm morning setting. Someone sits at a desk with a coffee mug, opening a laptop. Soft background music begins. Voiceover. Friendly and confident. Welcome to the first step on your journey to financial freedom. Budgeting. Think of budgeting as the blueprint of your financial house. Without it, everything else can fall apart. But with it, you're in full control of your money, not the other way around. Cut to screen recording of a monthly budget spreadsheet being filled out. Rent, groceries, savings, etc. Voiceover. A budget tells your money where to go instead of leaving you wondering where it went. It's not just about cutting costs or limiting fun. It's about making sure your money works for you. Visual. Person putting cash into different envelopes, labeled bills, fun, savings. Voiceover. Start by tracking your income and expenses. List every source of income you have, salary, freelance gigs, side hustles, then list your fixed expenses, like rent, utilities, and loans, and your variable expenses like food, transport, and entertainment. Visual. A phone screen showing. Heat a budgeting app like Mint or YNAB. Voiceover. There are many tools to make budgeting easier. You can use a simple notebook, an Excel sheet, or budgeting apps that help you track and categorize your spending automatically. Cut to person smiling as they review their budget with satisfaction. Voiceover. Here's the key. Make your budget realistic. Leave room for fun and unexpected costs. Don't punish yourself. Plan for joy, too. Visual. A quote on screen. A budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Dave Ramsey. Voiceover. When you budget consistently, you start building discipline. And discipline is the backbone of financial freedom. Cut to time lapse of someone tracking their spending daily over a week. Voiceover. Review your budget weekly or monthly. See what's working and what needs to change. Adjust as your life changes. This is not a one-time task. It's a lifelong habit. Visual. The same person who started budgeting now confidently swipes a card for a planned expense, then smiles. Voiceover. Budgeting gives you peace of mind, control, and the power to say yes to your goals and no to debt. Closing visual. Text. On screen. Step 1. Master your budget. Build the foundation for your financial future. Voiceover. So, if you're serious about achieving financial freedom, start with a solid budget. It's your roadmap, your safety net, and your first big win. Opening visual. Person receives a salary notification on their phone. They smile and immediately open a banking app. Voiceover. Calm and motivational. The second key to financial freedom is simple but powerful. Saving, and the best way to do it? Pay yourself first. Visual. Screen shows someone transferring money into a savings account before paying bills or spending. Voiceover. Most people save whatever's left after spending. But those who build wealth do the opposite. They save before they spend. Even. If it's just 10% of your income, make it automatic. Make it non-negotiable. Cut to jar filling up with coins labeled emergency fund, travel, future. Voiceover. When you pay yourself first, you're telling your future self, I've got your back. This habit builds an emergency fund, protects you from debt, and gives you the freedom to make smarter choices. Visual. Emergency expense like a flat tire, and the person handles it calmly using savings. Voiceover. Life is unpredictable. A sudden car repair, medical bill, or job loss can wipe you out if you're not prepared. That's why every financial plan needs an emergency fund. Ideally, 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Cut to person setting savings goals in a phone, app, short-term and long-term. Voiceover. Set specific savings goals. Whether it's a new phone, a vacation, or a house, give your money a mission. It motivates you and helps you stay focused. Visual, bar graph animation showing savings growing steadily over time. Voiceover. Remember, saving is a mindset. It's not about how much you earn. It's about how consistently you save. Small amounts saved regularly become big results over time. Closing visual, text on screen. Step 2. Save first. Your future is your priority. Voiceover. So the next. Time you get paid. Don't just think of what you can buy. Think of what you can keep. Because real financial freedom begins when you start paying yourself first. Opening visual. Someone sipping coffee while watching a stock portfolio grow on their laptop or phone. Voiceover. Calm, confident tone. The third key to financial freedom is where the magic really begins. Investing. This is how you make your money work for you, even while you sleep. Visual. Time-lapse animation of a seed growing into a tree with dollar signs on it. Voiceover. Saving is important, but saving alone won't build wealth. Why? Because inflation eats away at the value of your money over time. That's where investing comes in. It helps your money grow faster than inflation. Visual. Chart showing savings account versus investment returns over 10 years. Voiceover. Let's say you save $10,000 in a regular bank account earning 1% interest. In 10 years, you'll have about $11,000. But if you invest that same amount with an average return of 7% per year, you could have nearly $20,000 instead. Cut 2. Different types of investments. Stocks, real estate, mutual funds, ETFs. Voiceover. There are many ways to invest. Stocks, real estate, index funds, mutual funds, and more. You don't need to be a financial expert. Just start small, stay consistent, and let time do the work. Visual. Person setting up a recurring investment in an app, looking satisfied. Voiceover. Start with what you understand. Diversify your investments. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, and, most importantly, start early. The earlier you invest, the more compound interest works in your favor. Cut 2. Einstein quote on screen. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Voiceover. Albert Einstein called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. It rewards those who are patient and disciplined. Visual. A calm investor reading a finance book or reviewing a long-term portfolio. Voiceover. Investing isn't about timing the market, it's about time in the market. Stay focused on the long term. Avoid panic selling and let your money grow with time. Closing visual, text on screen. Step 3. Invest smart. Build wealth, not just savings. Voiceover. Financial freedom doesn't come from working harder. It comes from working smarter, and nothing works smarter than an investment, growing quietly in the background. So don't wait. Start investing, and start building your future today. Opening. Visual. A person checking their main job's paycheck, then switching tabs to see income from a side hustle or online store. Voiceover. Motivational tone. Here's the truth. Depending on just one income source is risky. If that income stops, so does your financial stability. That's why the fourth key to financial freedom is having multiple income streams. Cut 2. Someone freelancing at a coffee shop, another person packing products for an online store. Voiceover. In today's digital world, you don't need to be a millionaire to create multiple incomes. Start a side hustle. Freelance your skills. Sell digital products. Invest in rental property. Even a few hours a week can bring in extra money. Visual. A diagram showing different income streams flowing into one central wealth jar. Voiceover. When one stream slows down, the others keep flowing. That's real financial power. Cut 2. Person confidently planning finances with income from multiple sources. Voiceover. It's not just about making more money. It's about building security, flexibility, and freedom to live life on your own terms. Closing visual, text on screen. Step 4. Build multiple income streams, more income, more freedom. Voiceover. Start small. Stay consistent, and before you know it, your money will have more than one way to reach you. Opening visual. A person reading a personal finance book or watching a finance tutorial on YouTube, notebook in hand. Voiceover. Inspiring and thoughtful. The fifth and final key to financial freedom is often the most overlooked: financial education. Because the more you know, the smarter you grow. Cut 2. Clips of someone learning about budgeting, investing, taxes, and credit scores. Voiceover. Money doesn't come with instructions, but if you take the time to learn, it can change your life. Learn how taxes work. Understand how credit scores affect your future. Study how investing builds wealth. Visual. A bookshelf or online library of finance books and courses. Voiceover. You don't need a degree in finance. Start with a podcast, a YouTube video, or a good book. Just keep learning every single day. Cut 2. Person confidently managing their money, talking to a financial advisor, or teaching others. Voiceover. Financial education gives you confidence. It protects you from scams, debt traps, and bad decisions, and most importantly, it puts you in control. Closing visual, text on screen. Step 5. Never stop learning. Knowledge builds wealth. Voiceover. Financial freedom isn't a destination. It's a mindset, and the smartest investment you can ever make is in yourself.